Okay, here we are, guys. We're down just south of Louisville, Kentucky. We had a great drive. We left Mansfield, Ohio this morning, and I want to say it was about 300 miles, maybe 5.5, 6 hours. No big deal. It went very well, and we're staying at a KOA where we stayed last year,
Yeah.
and we love this place. It's got a little dog park,
Some hiking trails.
hiking trails, it's got the laundry facilities,
A little fishing pond.
little fishing pond.
We didn't get to use it,
We
but
didn't get to use it because someone forgot the fishing rods. But really, we had an awesome day. That brings us right into the incident report. Incidents, we had 3 of them today, okay? The first one was kind of a bad one. When we left the Blueberry Patch, the what's it called, Airbnb? Harvest House.
House, yeah.
Harvest House place we were staying. The driveway kind of had like a dip getting out into the road, and when we went to get onto the road to leave, the RV and the Jeep did that, and the brake cable for the Jeep, the mechanical brake cable, somehow flipped over one of the locking pins onto the other side of the locking pin, and when we turned the corner and straightened up, that cable, because instead of going straight back to the Jeep, was now at an angle, and it tightened up so much that it deployed the brakes in the Jeep. And it really brought us to a screeching halt. So I quickly jumped out and assessed the situation, and I got the cable back over the pin in a straight line, and it seemed to be working okay. I did make a small adjustment to tighten it up a little bit because I think I stretched the cable, but needless to say, I need to put some kind of an extender on those pins so that the cable can't get up and over the pin if we make a sharp turn with a dip. Not that that happens all the time, but it can happen again, and we don't want that to happen again because it's kind of dangerous. So that was incident number 1. Incident number 2, we stopped to get gas at a
Flying J.
A Flying J. We love Flying J's and Loves. Both of them are fantastic because they have great big parking lots.
Yeah.
They're set up for 18-wheelers and RVs. Plenty of room to move around.
They have an RV like pull-up spot to get gas just for RVs.
Right.
Yeah.
And a lot of those pull-ups.
Dump stations. And,
Right. They got
it's
the
great.
dump station. It's like a all-in-one kind of place. They're fantastic. But we were waiting in line, and it was our turn to pull forward. We pull forward to get gas, and I'm pumping the gas, and all of a sudden the RV just shut off. I didn't turn it off. It just stopped running. And I know I'm not supposed to leave it running at the pump, but all the truckers are doing it too, so okay, whatever. But I couldn't figure it out, why it would do that, and all I can think of while I'm pumping the gas is that it must have been idling for a certain length of time, and it automatically shut off like my car does, my truck does. And that wasn't the case. I finish pumping, I get into the car, and I go to start it. I turned it off and then turned it back on to start it, and it wouldn't start. So I don't know why. I tried it several times, no result. And we're just sitting there kind of dead in the water. We checked the battery voltages. They were both at like 15, right? And it wasn't a battery issue, so all I could think of was some kind of computer glitch thing. Anyway, after waiting a minute or so, it did start, and we pulled out of there and we hit the highway. And I gotta say, I was a little bit nervous about it. I'm still a little bit nervous about it. I don't want it to just shut off when I'm driving down the road. Not that we would lose steering, but we would lose power steering and, mechanical, vacuum assisted brake power. But, I think I could get it off the road safe. So we spent the whole afternoon or whole morning in the right lane, which is where I always stay anyway. So, and we have an uneasy feeling about it. So I'm going to do some more research on it tonight and try to figure that out. Incident number 3, we had an awesome day. We get back to the campground. We had the heaters on. We had the water hooked up and the water heater tank, the tank heater, all this, hot water. We're excited to take a hot shower and shave and all that stuff. And Lizzie jumped in the shower and
The shower head fell off.
the shower head just fell right off.
Mm-hmm.
So she's standing there with a hose with no thing that makes the shower come out.
There's no fixing it.
There's no fixing it.
Mm-mm.
It was cracked. And all I can think of is there must have been some water in there, and as we came into the fall and early winter, it must have froze and cracked it.
Mm-hmm.
But that was kind of like, very deflating. Excuse me, but we were able to take showers just by holding the hose and doing that.
It was warm.
It was warm, so that was great. So we'll hit Walmart in the morning and get a new thing. So that leads us into the next segment, which is a new segment. Whoa. Should be like flashing lights or something. And we're calling it our favorite part of the day. So Lizzie, what was your favorite part of the day?
To say my favorite part was going into the Louisville Slugger Museum in Louisville. I think every time I go to a place, I always like to learn about the local history and, see what's different that we can't see back home and, make the connection to where we are. So that was my favorite part, and getting to do the factory tour, seeing the, from beginning to end. Even though I'm not like the biggest baseball fan, it's still neat to see, the workers and have that piece of American history and manufacturing. I thought it was neat that they manufacture like 1 million bats a year.
Yeah.
And that there's only 28 factory workers there. So just like the power of the machines and that, and they put the sawdust goes to the turkey farms. I was kind of thinking like maybe you could put your sawdust to the turkey farms, because you get quite a bit
I
of
do
sawdust.
make a lot of sawdust, but not as
Yeah.
much as Louisville
Of
Slugger
not,
Killer Urchin.
No,
Yeah.
but that was a cool part. I like it.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah, no doubt that museum was incredible,
Yeah.
and there's so much to talk about. My favorite part of the day was definitely, that was part of it,
Mm-hmm.
but the Jeep, I can't even tell you guys how much more freedom we have being able to get to an RV place
Mm-hmm.
and literally in 1 minute unclick the Jeep and we are free to go.
Mm-hmm.
We blasted around Louisville like all afternoon, like it was nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It helped that it's New Year's Day and there was no traffic. But I mean, we were zipping around. We're going here, we're going there, and checking all the stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that we weren't able to really do last year. We
Right.
didn't do it at all hardly. If we wanted to see something that was in a city,
We Ubered.
yeah, it was like an Uber ride or renting a car or
Yeah.
whatever, and all that stuff takes time. You got to stand there for 10 minutes till the Uber guy shows up. This is
A lot more freedom.
so, and it's easy. It's like it's really incredible, and that to me was my favorite part of the day.
It's probably a big difference driving this big thing versus
Yeah,
driving
going
the Jeep.
from driving the big
Yeah.
thing to zipping
It's
around
fun.
in the little pink Jeep.
It is fun.
It was awesome.
my
It
pink
really
Jeep.
was. It really was. So we're really excited about that going forward. Feedback. We're hearing lots of great things from tons of people. Lots of funny things too. My dad told me I needed to take a nap from seeing the last video, so that was good. But lots of great feedback from folks. Obviously they want to hear more from Liz. We're trying to figure out how we interact with each other and how to make it more fun and presentable. So, we know that we're this is a big learning curve for us. Like, we're not movie stars. We never did this before. We're not newscasters, okay? So we're learning that part. Everybody loves Kylo. Lots of great things about the pup. I didn't know that she would be so.
She's the best.
But she is a great dog. She's awesome. I didn't think I got any pictures of her today because we were really busy. And the biggest feedback is, yeah, that's great. We love watching you sit there for 15 minutes and talk, but where's the meat? We know there's no meat yet until today. We haven't had anything to really show because we haven't been anywhere yet. And today was really the first day that we went somewhere and got some cool pictures and saw some cool things, and we hope to put that all together and show you guys here in a little bit. So I'm going to be working on that. I will say the video that we did yesterday, it took me about an hour. It didn't take as long, so it's getting a lot easier. What it did do was it took 2 hours to upload because we didn't have great Wi-Fi. We did get the Winegard system working today, and it looks like things are going to be able to upload and download a lot faster, which is, really the challenge here,
Yeah.
So that's the limiting factor, is the ability for us to upload and download images.
Yeah.
So if we don't make something, it's not that we didn't work on it, and it's just not uploadable because of where we are or whatever. So we're working on that. Anyway, check out what we got for today. You guys have an awesome day, and we'll talk to you soon. All right? Bye. Morning, guys. A little bit of snow last night, just a dusting. No big deal. But here we are at the blueberry patch. We had a great night's sleep. Temperatures are good. I'm not too worried about the roads, although this massive cold front's coming down. The Arctic blast. Looks like the pond got a little bit of skim ice last night, so, and obviously with the snow, it did get below freezing. And that's why we're dry camping. We don't want the pipes to get frozen and whatnot, so we gotta pay attention to that. But it's really, really cool place. But we're getting ready to hit the road. I'm gonna do my final walk around, make sure everything's secure, and away we go. Good stuff. Pink Jeep is white. The blueberry patch covered in snow. This place is great. Harvest Hosts, I'm telling you, it's the way to go, guys. A lot of fun. It'd probably be awesome in August. Can't wait to see you all there. Getting closer to our Kentucky family. Can't wait. Cruising down the highway on the Kentucky Bourbon Trail. Really cool. Distillery after distillery. They're everywhere. If you're into bourbon, this is where you want to come. It's like a mecca. Really cool. Here we are pulling into the Flying J. We like Flying J's because they really accommodate 18-wheelers and RVs. So it's easy to maneuver around. It's easy to get fuel. A lot of them have waste stations. Makes it really super convenient. This is right before the incident number 2 of the day, where we parked, we started to fill up with fuel, and the RV just died. It quit. Luckily, it got started again, and everything was back to normal, and I think we're okay. Louisville Slugger Museum, Hillerich and Bradsby, really cool. Baseball bat is huge. This place is definitely a must-see. Starting our tour of the baseball bat factory. Lizzie standing next to Ken Griffey Jr. Cool image of some of the billets before they went on the lathe to get turned down. Some of the owners and sons, 5 generations of Hillericks, and the CEO is a Hillerick actively. Oh, Hank Greenberg, really cool. This is a burning machine where they burn the Louisville Slugger emblem into the bats. And there it is. Pretty cool. Shoeless Joe, famous for that scandal. Great ball player. Honus Wagner, amazing. Lou Gehrig, poor guy, famous for his consecutive games and unfortunately passing away early, 37. Ty Cobb, more billets of current ball players. Abreu from the Red Sox. One of the CNC lathes, really cool. All the players signed it. These carts are the original carts that they still use today. One of the lathes. You're in the actual factory where the guys make the bats. Tour guide was great. He was happy I was a Yankees fan. Here they are dipping them into the lacquer. Pink bats for breast cancer awareness, auctioned off on Mother's Day. $2 million raised. There's Liz with a pink bat. Women in baseball. Old Ted Williams. I didn't know this, but they made gun stocks for the M1s during the war. Hey, Churchill Downs, home of the Kentucky Derby. Not any racing going on here today. Actually, not much of anything. Everything was kind of closed down. But it's still kind of cool to stand there and be there. And we're going to finish off with a little drone action. Still learning how to fly. A lot of trees around, so I kind of took it easy. This campground is fantastic. We stayed here last year. Fishing pond, laundry facilities, propane. They've got everything. Not a lot of folks around. It is New Year's Day and it is winter, but that's okay. Nice and peaceful and quiet. We really liked it. KOAs, they're fantastic. And that's about it, folks. On to the next adventure. Have an awesome day.